Hey guys, today for our homework we are going to be talking about connections in the modern world. And as you watch this video, you need to make sure that you're filling in your graphic organizer. This is the one that looks like a circle. We're going to start in the middle of our circle talking about globalization. And you need to be copying down these two things at the bottom. Globalization is a word that means the linking of nations through trade, information, technologies, and communication. Now this has been happening for hundreds of years, since Columbus sailed the ocean blue, since way before that, but because of our new technologies, it's going much quicker, and it involves the increased integration of different societies. So we're going to be talking about how different societies are becoming much closer together, how it's not just America alone on our isolated little island. We are interacting with other cultures from all over the world. If you look at the little graphic up here, you can see there's lines connecting all the countries, all the continents, people all over the world. Our first impact of globalization is improved communication. I personally am a big fan of the show on PBS, Downton Abbey, and I'm sure you guys know, probably, hopefully, this show is actually made in England, not in the US. But because of our new technology, we can get that TV show here and enjoy it oh so much. These lines at the map on the right actually show internet communication all over the world. You can see how thick they are, how all of these different countries are talking to one another. So for your examples, you could put Downton Abbey, you could put the internet, and I think you're even in your English classes, you're talking a little bit about talking to kids all over the world in your blogs. I think you're blogging with kids from other countries. That is another impact of the globalization of our improved communication. Our next impact is the availability of goods and services from foreign countries. If you think about just here in the US, you can think about, okay, I have a TV that's Samsung. That's not made here, that's a Japanese company. Cars are made all over the world. Toyota's a Japanese company. There's Korean car companies. But on the other side, American goods and services are also going all over the world. On the left, all of these green dots represent Starbucks. Starbucks is a US company. It started in Seattle, but now it's completely global. McDonald's is the same. It started in the US. I mean, the biggest dot is obviously in the US. But there are now McDonald's all over the world. Wherever you live, you can get yourself a Big Mac and fries. I mean, it's all over the world. So our examples could be any of those. And last but not least, our last impact is outsourcing. And outsourcing is when we send jobs overseas because labor costs are cheaper. We've talked a lot about how labor unions have made life good for workers in the US. But all those things like high salaries and benefits, they also cost companies more money. And so when companies send these jobs overseas, they save a whole lot of money. The biggest industry that is sent overseas, you can see, is IT. So a lot of times when you call for IT help, there's a stereotype that you're not calling someone in the US, you're calling someone in India or China. Human resources, sales and marketing, finance, all of these other jobs are also sent overseas. And while this is good for the companies who can save money, pass that savings on to the consumer, it's not so great for the Americans who lose those jobs. So there's a lot of talk about how outsourcing isn't always a great thing, and it makes it much more competitive for Americans to get jobs. I hope you have filled in your graphic organizer. If not, please go back to any of the slides to make sure you have it completely filled in to get your homework grade. Have a nice evening. Bye!